And today we're going to be looking at the Menton Ezil sports watch. I'm just showing you the packaging that came with it. It's pretty simple packaging, but it looks pretty good. If you have a look at the box, it's together like this. Oops, wrong way around. Like this. So it looks very smart. And then you've got the watch unit itself, and you've got the manual. So it's pretty simple. This is the watch. We'll go into all the specs and details, but what I can say about this watch is that it is rated for 50 meters, waterproof, water resistant. Yeah, we're going to go into all the features in a moment. The watch comes with a mechanical hands. Oh, let me take out that little piece. So, I'll show you a second. Show you this. So, this tiny little piece over here is put between what would we call this? The winder, to ensure that it is kept in the out position, I guess you would say. But you can use this to adjust, make sure there's no reflection here. So you can use this to adjust the time. You pull it out like that, and then you can adjust the time on the hands, and then push it back in. One thing that you should be aware of is that the watch is only waterproof if this is pushed in. When it's out like that, water can get in, so you need to make sure that it's pushed in like that. And now it is waterproof. Through the course of showing you all the features of this watch, I'll be referring to the buttons using numbers. So this one over here, this top right button, we will call S1, and this is S2, and then on this side S3 would be over here, and then S4. If you keep that in mind, then it'll be easier to follow the walkthrough of all the features and how to set up this watch. So what we're looking at here is the main screen of the watch. At the top, over there on the top, it has the day. On the right is the time. On the left, in the middle, over here is the date, and then in here we have a second counter, so it's counting the seconds. So from this, I guess you would say this watch face, this mode, if you were to push S1, it would show you, see at the top it says T2, and that means time 2. So this watch is able to have 2 times. So this is good for if you want to know the time in another time zone. So for example, maybe you have family in another country, or you do business in another country and you want to know what the time there is. There you go. Easier than doing the maths yourself, so that's quite a handy feature. So the first mode is just showing you the date, the time, the day, and the second countdown. Now if I were to push S3 over here once, we would get to the alarm clock. So the alarm is set to go off at 10:09. If we push it again, then we get to the countdown, oh sorry, this is the stopwatch feature. And if we push it again, we get to the countdown feature. So we can use this to count down. So maybe you have something you want to do in 2 hours, you set the timer for 2 hours, and it will count down and it will let you know when it reaches 0. And then push it again, and we go back to our main mode. The timer itself has 2 modes. So I'll show you the first one. So to get to timer, we are going to push S3, not once but twice, and then we have the, sorry, not timer, the stopwatch. So now from here I can start the stopwatch by pushing S1, and then S1 again will of course pause the timer, or stopwatch. I gotta refer to it as stopwatch. So I can keep it going like this, starting and stop, well, pausing it whenever I want. And if I want to reset it, then I would push S2. So this is the first basic function of the stopwatch. If I want to start it again, I'll show you again. Let me show you from mode 1. Okay, so we want to push S3, this one over here. We want to push that once, twice, and then we push S1 to start the stopwatch. And if we want to pause it, S1 again. If we want to start it again, there we go, and to pause it, S1. If we want to reset the timer, reset the stopwatch, S2. There you go. Let's have a look at setting the alarm clock. So we should start on the first mode screen. We want to get to the alarm clock by pushing S3, and then we're going to hold down S2 for a few seconds. Okay, so now we can see that the hour for the alarm is blinking. We will push S1 to change it, and S3 to go to minutes. So let's make it for 4:15. And then to set it, we are going to push S2 again. There we are. Also, if you push S1, you can enable the alarm. So S1 once, let me clean that dust off there. So if we push it, if you see now, there's a bell icon. So this means that the alarm is going to ring at the specified time. If we push it again, the icon on the bottom right shows an hourly chime. So every hour on the hour, the watch will beep. Or we can push it again and we can have both. And push it once more and they are all disabled. So one for the alarm, one for the hourly chime, both of them together, and then disabled. Look at setting the date and time. So from the main mode, we are going to hold down S2 until the whole display is blinking. Then we're going to push S3, and we can keep pushing S3 to change whatever we want to change. So I am going to change the minutes by pushing S1. Then I'll push S3 to go to hours, and push S1 again. Push S3 again to go to, if I want to set the clock to 24 hours or 12 hours. I prefer 24-hour clock. The next is for the month. So I'm going to change it to August 23rd. So, okay. And now it goes to the week, so I'm going to change it to, let's say, Monday. Now I want to set everything, so I will push S2. There we are. Let's set the second time. So by pushing from the main screen, pushing S1, we can see the second time. So if we want to change it, go to the second time and hold down S2. Now we can push S1 to change the minutes, and S3 to switch to hour, and then we can change that. And then S2 to set everything. The thing I need to show you on the watch is the backlight. So for using the backlight, we're going to push S4, which is on the top left. The backlight works well in darkness, so I'm going to try and make it as dark as I can. And there you go, there is the backlight. So you can push it once and it will it'll light up for a few seconds, but if you hold it down, then it will stay on for longer. My thoughts on this watch: it looks very, very elegant, it looks very smart. It's weighty. I like the feel of it. It's got all the functions that you would expect of a watch. I like the design. It has leather straps, which are very comfortable, and it is, all in all, a very, very good watch.